Welcome to Sports Static Sunday Football Talk. Going to talk all the news. We're going to talk about DraftKings, your draft leagues, all the fantasy stuff that you guys can think about. So it's going to be a great show, and we're going to talk about some of the stupid stuff, too. So be ready for some of the stupid stuff to come along, too. Joe, good morning to you on the Sunday Sports Static Football Show. How's it going?
Hey, John, you know I'm always doing good, man. There has been some crazy things happening, and we definitely have to talk about that today.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of craziness. First and foremost, Joe, let's just dive right into this right here, right now. What did we have at the end of this game? I'm sure everybody's already talked about this 1,000 times, but that happened after our Thursday 7:30 show aired. What happens with this Myles dude?
Well, let me show you something, guys. I got a little demonstration here. We got Myles Garrett, we got Mason Rudolph, and this is what Myles Garrett slams the helmet on him.
That is what he did, and I mean, when you see that right there, Joe, when you say that, what is your first thought? Okay, when you're seeing something like this happen, what's your first thought?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, wow.
I think everybody was shocked.
Yeah, I was like, did he really just do that, to be completely honest?
I've seen mixed things, and some of the things that I've seen and I was prepared to talk about today was the fact that I've got some people that are actually, I'm reading posts and stuff, that are standing up for this. Well, did you see what this did? You know, what Rudolph did and everything like this? Let me tell you something right now. I could give a rat's behind what he did unless for the fact that Rudolph pulled out a weapon and was threatening his safety, okay? He was not. Oh, he tried to rip his helmet off. So, listen, go down the highway. Go down the road in your town. Have a road rage. Flip someone the finger. And then when they get out, they break out a bat with barbed wire around it and crack you over the head. I want to see where you'll be the very next day or within an hour. Tell me where you'll be.
Yeah, exactly, John. You can't do that. No matter what the situation is, you just can't pull out a weapon. If you do that on the streets, you are going to jail, and it doesn't matter if Rudolph started it. I thought, personally, it was a late hit. 8 seconds left. You can't pull out a weapon.
And then he's laying on him.
An assault charge. You can't do that.
No, look, you can't go into the grocery store, grab an oversized cucumber, and beat Elizabeth over the head with it, I said. You just can't do that. And if you take a cucumber in the a cucumber, Joe, I'm talking about a cucumber.
I feel bad for Elizabeth. You hit her in the head with a cucumber.
That's what I'm talking about. But if you take that cucumber and hit somebody over the head with it, the consequences are going to be you're going to go to jail for an assault. The fact that he hit, and then when I get this punk, and I'm going to say it with a capital P. Matter of fact, put the cap locks on. Type out the word punk. The guy that comes up to Rudolph and then pushes him down on the ground.
Yeah.
And you know what Rudolph did while he was on the ground and he looked at him? He said it best, didn't he, Joe?
Did he say Bush League?
Yeah, he did, but when that guy
that.
pushed him down, who's the second guy that got suspended?
I don't know his name.
I forget his name. Somebody knows it on here.
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing about it is that Rudolph looked up and he goes, biatch.
Oh, biatch. Yeah.
Calling him a bitch. And I don't think he went biatch like that. He went, bitch.
Hey, man, but did you see Pouncey? I like what Pouncey did. He just started beating the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? I would have done the same thing, wouldn't you have, John? I mean,
obviously, and 100%, yes, you would have. I mean, in my opinion, somebody from his team should have taken his helmet off, licked the back of their hand, and showed him a little bit of a Serena Williams tennis move called the backhand and slapped the taste out of his mouth, I said. I mean, they should have slapped the taste out of his mouth. Treat him like the little baby tenter. What do you want to do, Myles?
Yeah.
Fall down on your back and start kicking and screaming because, what, you couldn't get a popsicle at 1:15 precisely in the app? You little baby. Wipe your ass. All right? Because that's what you are, a baby. Wipe your ass. Okay? In fact, you know what, Joe? In fact, I'm going to tell you right now. Here's exactly what I think. And you guys know, you guys that know the show know what's coming. This is exactly what I think right now. Okay? This is what I think. I'm sorry, guys. That's from my upset alert. This is exactly what I think. There you go, Myles. You little freaking baby. What? Someone tried to pull my helmet off, and so I hit him over the head with it. I pulled it off of his head, and I smacked him right up on top of the head with it, and people are actually defending me because they're freaking goddamn lost their marbles. Excuse my French, guys. If you're defending this guy right here, that's Myles Garrett, if you guys haven't known. Okay, this is before he started out a little bit pale, I understand. That's Myles Garrett right there. A freaking baby. And there's no room in the NFL for little sissy babies, because that was a sissy move. And I'm sorry for this beautiful baby here being compared to Myles. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I really am. You shouldn't be compared to that piece of crap like that. Anyway, Joe, you tell me. Do you think, Joe, that we ever see Myles Garrett in the NFL again?
Yes, we will see Myles Garrett in the NFL again.
Because you can get away with murder.
Yeah, I mean, when you make that much money for an organization, you got top priority. It's just how it is. So, yeah, we'll see him in the NFL again. But I'll tell you guys this. It's going to fall on Freddie Kitchens' hands. And it's terrible, but, I mean, I'll be really surprised if he's head coach of the Browns next year.
Yeah. From Travis Todd, Dingler, Michelle Gallup, or Allen Robinson, PPR, Joe?
Yeah, Michelle and Gallup, definitely.
From Chris Cosmac, Juice or Sanders, full PPR.
Emmanuel Sanders, no doubt, because Emmanuel Sanders, he's been doing very well as of lately, so Emmanuel Sanders.
From Austin Lester, start Sutton or Mixon at flex. Sutton or Mixon at flex.
I mean, I don't like the Bengals' offensive line, so I'd start Sutton.
Sutton, yeah, I like Sutton. So, from Eric Matter, Reynolds, Renfro, or Gabriel?
Ooh. I mean, I'd go Renfro, to be completely honest with you.
Renfro.
Those are all flex positions.
From Travis Todd, and I think, did we already get Travis Todd asking? No, we didn't. Okay, Travis, welcome to the show, my friend. Good to have you here. So as you see, guys, we're just randomly are going to kick right into your comments because that's what this show's all about. It's all about the fans. That's you guys right there, the fans. That's you. And then you throw it back to us, and Joe may throw it back to us. And then what do we do, Joe? We
throw it back to you guys. No doubt.
You guys, okay? This show is from the fans. That's you. To the fans, that's us, and we're throwing it back to you, the fans. You can't be wrong, or we're all wrong, guys. We're fans of the game, and you can't be wrong, or we're all wrong. We're right, we're wrong. You know, we haven't had any death threats, but guys, I know, come on now, listen about it. We're not going to get you on the right track every single time. Vegas can't do it, neither can we. Anyway, I want you guys to comment. Feel free to comment. And by the way, Producer Dave, thank you for being part of the show. Guys, when you're seeing Dave Orea there, Dave's actually the producer of the show, okay? Working from a mobile location here today, not in the studio with us. So everybody make sure you give a thanks out to Producer Dave. And that's what you call him, Producer Dave. So basically, Dave's going to put a link up for you guys because we're offering you something new here on the show. If you guys want to be answered first, if you want to be able to call the show directly, then you can become a VIP. When you're a VIP on Sports Static, we call you a Sports Static Fanatic. The Sports Static Fanatic, I said. And then you can call the show. You'll get a direct number, and you'll be able to call the show, and we go to you first before everybody else. So, guys, if you want to be part of the show. Anyway, Travis, thank you for being part of the show here today, my friend. Dingler, PPR, TJ Hawkinson, or Darren Fells?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Hawkinson's really not been doing that well as of lately, especially against a good Cowboys defense. So I'd start Darren Fells.
All right, going to Darren Phils. From Dave Kinsey, pick 2. All right, Dave wants us to pick 2 to start. Gurley, Sony, Mixon, or Singletary?
Okay, I'd start Singletary. I like Gurley because I still think he's a really good running back, but he's losing carries to Henderson. So I'd start Michelle and Singletary.
From David Mulholland, Carr or Prescott? And I'll tell you what, David, that's a good question. I like Carr. I like Carr and
Carr,
Joe.
Yeah, Carr's playing the Bengals.
So right there, guys, and that's the big decision maker. And Carr's he's been pretty consistent and pretty good. He might not have some of these, all Pro Bowl numbers or anything like that, but I do like Carr, and I always have, actually. All right, you got moving along here from Jeffrey Cordova. Welcome to the show, Jeffrey. Hawkinson or K. Rudolph?
Yeah, Rudolph, definitely.
There it is, right there, the red-nosed reindeer. From Micah Grimes. Micah, what's up and welcome to the show. Non-PPR, Hyde, Murray, or Hollywood Brown in flex?
Carlos Hyde.
Carlos
He
Hyde.
gets touches in the red zone, so.
All right, welcome to the show. I see Zane join the show. Always. Now, that's a class act right there, and that is as VIP as you can get. Another one of our executive behind-the-scene producers on the show that's played a huge role in this show. Multiple things from the Lipa Live production show, which is our host. Guys, Sports Static is hosted by Lipa Live. All right, from Mike Budzinski. Mike, how's it going? Better, let's see. He wants to know, Diggs or Marvin Jones Jr.?
Not Diggs, because Thielen's not playing. Diggs is going to get double teamed, so Marvin Jones.
From Joe Abutin. And Joel. Sorry, Joel. You can go by Joe, too. All right? But anyway, Joel, Ertz or O.J. Howard. Woo. Especially,
Man,
and I got to say, especially after what happened, it's almost making you think that now O.J. Howard's going to see the ball. I mean, I don't know why he wasn't there in the beginning, but you know what I mean, Joe?
The Patriots do have tough time against tight ends because they usually take away the number one receiver. I'd go Ertz. Personally, I know OJ caught a touchdown last week. I mean, you could go either one, but I'd go Ertz.
Ertz. You heard that, guys. From George Perry, Emmanuel Sanders. He's saying Emmanuel Sanders or Mark Andrews in flex.
Oh, definitely. You got to go wide receiver. Emmanuel Sanders is playing against the Cardinals. You have to go Emmanuel Sanders.
Greg Davis, Ebon, okay, or Everett for tight end.
Who? Everett or Ebron? Ebron. Ebron's more likely to score a touchdown, and Everett's injured. He's questionable, so I would go Ebron.
From Elias Munoz, and I hope I said that right, Elias, and welcome to the show. Would L. Collins' safety be a good defensive pickup since Wagner is on a bye?
Yeah. I like him, so I would start him.
From
Defensive
Dave,
league, huh?
Another Dave Kinsey.
Landon Collins.
Nobody cares about the Thursday night game anymore. It's football Sunday, and I need help setting my lineup. All right, Dave Kinsey, and I don't care about your breath either, pal, so just go ahead and gargle some mouthwash, stick some baking soda on your ass, and grow up before you become the show's baby. Yes, everybody does care about that because we haven't had a chance on a sports show to talk about it yet. So whether you care about it or not, I don't care. Rub yourself a couple times and feel better about it, okay? Joe, I'm sorry, but, this guy's going to tell me what nobody cares about. If you check all the other platforms, Joe,
man.
It's all everybody's talking about. There's a million comments on one of the shows.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you guys come on here and try to, act smart, you're going to get roasted. You're going to get roasted.
And I got thick skin. You can say anything you want to me. I've been in front of, I've put myself at the mercy of the public for the last 30 years of my life in one form or another. I have super, super thick skin. I mean, the more you try to like cut me or say anything like that, is the funnier I think you're going to probably be. Because if you actually make me laugh,
And call on the show,
that
too.
means you actually said something that really, I mean, you did it. But anyway, just to let you know, where you say, Dave Kinsey, that nobody cares about the Thursday night game. Dave, are you serious? Nobody cares about the Thursday night game?
Dave, was the biggest fight in NFL history.
It'll be talked about, Dave, just to let you know, 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 years from now. And you're saying nobody cares, and I need help setting my lineup. You're just about as selfish as Myles Garrett. All right, Dave, you're talking about, that's all you care about right now, is you're talking about that you need help setting your lineup. Dave, come on, seriously, bud. You want to call the show and be a VIP? I'll answer your question first. But just because you said that, Dave, you're getting exactly what Miles got. Dave,
Told you guys.
Dave, I'm serious, dude. Come on. Come on now. Yes, it's a sports show, dude. We're going to talk about what happened from our last show. That happened to happen right after our last show. Yes, we care about it. We're going to give our 2 cents. You can give your 2 cents. There it is. And I appreciate that nobody cares. But then you just finish it off by going, I need my stuff. Feed you some Gerbers. I'll feed you some Gerber's baby food, I said. Anyway, but Dave, I will tell you this.
Man.
I'm serious, Dave.
Oh, man.
On a serious note, you need help setting up your lineup. So, Dave, what can we help you with? Okay? It doesn't mean we're going to be right. I lost my ass last week, Dave. Anyway. You know what I mean, Joe.
Oh, man.
I mean,
hey,
John,
I could have warned him, John. I could have warned him. And I'll tell you, if you guys act smart, I want you to call on the show. I want to see what you look like. You don't. Hey, John and I, we're smart now.
Dave, just because
Oh,
I
my.
said that doesn't mean I don't like you.
Oh, please call on the show.
That
Let me
don't
see
mean
your
I
face.
don't like you. I'm
Let
just
me
saying,
see
come
your
on,
face.
man. Don't tell me what everybody wants. From Adam Schwartz, McLaurin or Brown? McLaurin or Brown?
McLaurin's been doing really well. He's a up-and-coming receiver. Really good.
Alrighty then. From Michael Smith, welcome to the show, Michael. Ogunjobi pushes Rudolph. That's who pushed Rudolph, and then Rudolph was on the
he's right.
ground,
Yep.
and he said, bitch. Hey, Michael Smith, thank you, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's about right there,
Thank
Michael.
you.
Is being part of the show and doing exactly what we're doing. From the fans, you, Michael, to us, the fans, and then throwing it back out at them. Thank you, Michael Smith. You deserve a Sports Static Fanatic badge for that one. I appreciate you, buddy. From Jeffrey Cordova, Emmanuel Sanders, Tyrell Williams, Terry McLaurin, PPR. Pick one, Joe.
Sanders. Going against the
Sanders.
Cardinals, man.
Frank Wright. Hey, welcome to the show, Frank. Edelman or Galladay?
I think Driscoll actually did pretty well, so I'd go Galladay. Edelman's not a great fantasy player.
From Chris. Chris is back. Chris. PPR, OJ, Fant, Doyle, or Rudolph?
Oh, that's really tough. You could go either of the three with Fant, Doyle, and Rudolph. Personally, or OJ, I would probably go. I would go Rudolph. So.
From Stefan Van Horn, here's one I'll take. Winston or Foles? Foles. Now, listen, I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now, and this is just to me hating what I've seen, and I don't want Winston to be continuing the same things he's continued year in, year out here, and I'm in the Tampa Bay area, if that explains anything to you, Steven. Stefan? Jesus, I'm sorry, buddy. Anyway,
Yeah,
what I want to say is, that's a very tough one because Winston can get you the numbers, okay? He can get you the numbers. He's playing a pretty tough defense.
Yep, but John, I'm going to tell you guys this. Jameis might put up some numbers because Marshawn Lattimore's out. So I think Mike Evans is going to go off.
Mike Evans is going to go off. Well, there you go. So don't let me emotionally give advice here on that. But I am a big Nick Foles fan.
No, me too,
So,
definitely.
All right, from Jay Santagate, full PPR, Fitz or Renfro?
I mean, you have to go a quarterback if you're comparing the two. So, I mean, quarterbacks put more numbers up. More numbers than any player, so Fitz.
From K Hamilton, are we ready to win today? K,
Who?
I'm ready to win today. But
The
I'm not
Bucks?
so sure. Like, you mean, are we winners today? All of us, just in general. I'm ready to win. K, who's your team? Are you talking about the Buccaneers?
I hope so.
Because that's the studio's based out of Tampa Bay here. We have affiliate studios up in New York and in L.A., and then we have the new studio being constructed in Detroit. But the home base studio for our host, Leap Alive, is in the Tampa Bay area. So when you say, Kay, do you know us, Kay? Yes, we're ready to win today. Such sweet talk happening on this show. Kay, from Kay again. Well, Kay, thank you. Sweet talk. We need some sweet talk.
Sweet, sweet.
All right, Kay. Kay, we got to know, all right? Who are you going for today? Bill Collins, Brissett or Winston PPR? Great question.
That's a very good question. I think Jacoby Brissett's a really good quarterback. I'd go Brissett because Winston led the league in turnovers for 3 straight seasons. And I'm a Bucs fan, so I'd go Brissett.
From Greg Davis, Prescott or Watson?
Oh, Deshaun Watson.
From Howie Stone, anyone pick up AJ? Has anyone picked up AJ?
AJ Green? AJ...
And he's asking the forum. I'm sure he is asking the forum. So, guys, help him out there.
Oh, AJ Brown? Yeah, what AJ, man? There's a lot of AJs.
We need to know. From Eros Behu, and I hope I said that right. YouTube. He's from YouTube. Okay. Thanks over there on the YouTube channel for chiming in. Do not start. Chark, he's asking us if he should not start. Chark, M. Brown, Pascal, Debo, full PPR.
Do not start Pascal. Even though T.Y. Hilton's out, but he hasn't been putting up any numbers, so I wouldn't start him.
Also from Eros Bay and tight end, O.J. Howard or Rudolph. And I'm going to tell you right now, here's the thing about this with O.J. Howard. If you look at the touches he got, the production that he got yesterday, it's like all of a sudden we're like, yes, we'll use the tight end. I just can imagine practice where you're like, wait a second, this worked. We're going to feature a little bit more in this game. And I don't know if it was a per-game strategy, Joe, or what.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, O.J. Howard's mostly used as a blocker, and we put Cameron Braid in. So, I mean, Rudolph's been more consistent, so I'd start Rudolph.
There you go. Okay, he would start Rudolph. And I'm thinking today, if I'm going to make a chance on one of my lineups in DraftKings, which I'll show you guys a little bit later, I'm going to start O.J. Howard just because I got a weird feeling about that. And I haven't talked to any coaches in the Tampa Bay area. Just got a weird feeling. And it's not telling you that I'm using some of my top secret inside information that I've gotten from One Buck Field. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I got a good feeling about this guy they call OJ, and not to be confused with orange juice.
Orange juice.
From Michael Rosas. And Michael, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but welcome to the show. Which running back do I start? Brian Hill at the Panthers.
Yeah.
Gurley versus the Bears. Eckler versus the Chiefs is one of my drafts. I did Eckler. Or Drake at the 49ers PPR.
That's a really good question because Brian Hill got 20 touches, and that's a lot. But Eckler, I've been saying on this show, is the best second-string running back in the league. I'd go Eckler.
Dave Kinsey, is Sanders still a game-time decision for the Niners? And I can't answer you for that.
I believe he's playing. I think he's playing. I can look that up for you, though.
Okay, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Joe's looking that up for you right now. From Jesus, welcome back to the show, my friend. You were here on Thursday. I appreciate you coming back. Gallup or Diggs at wide receiver?
Okay, yeah.
Wow, I mean, that's a tough one. I'm kind of leaning towards Diggs a little bit on that one. Joe?
Yeah, I think Diggs is a way better receiver, but Thielen's not playing, and when Thielen doesn't play, Diggs gets double teamed and he doesn't put up any numbers. So I'd go Gallup, and Sanders is playing. So
Sanders is playing.
Yeah.
So hey, there it is, the little catch up on that one right there. Game time decision coming from Dave. Dave, as of right now, Sanders is playing.
Yep.
So there you go. From Nathan Burrows, Gallup, Edelman, Kirk, Debo, C. Samuel, pick. 3.5
That's a lot. How many?
PPR.
Okay, Kirk went off against us, but that's because our secondary is god-awful. I would go Gallup.
From Mike D, one wide receiver, 0.5 PPR, must win. Okay. Thanks, Mike, for being part of the show. R. Anderson, C. Samuel, T. McLaurin, D.D. Westbrook, Debo Samuel.
I'd go McLaren because he has a way better matchup than any of those guys. So, personally, I'd go him.
From Andrew Hall, who do you start, D. Watson or J. Allen? 4 points for passing TD, non-PPR.
Okay, I'm going to check who the Bills are. Their Bills are playing the Dolphins.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson's way better than Josh Allen. Let me just put that out there. But with the matchup, I would go Josh Allen.
From K. Hamilton, Saints. K.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I'm a Bucs fan.
So, K. Hamilton, are you in New Orleans or are you in Tampa Bay, K? And I tell you, K, the Saints should win this game when you're facing a team with the record the Buccaneers have, and you see what's going on. When you look at the secondary in the Bucs, who now I don't think have any starters that they had from the beginning of the season in that secondary. Now, when you see that, by the way, to mention that we did release one of our defensive backs, Joe.
Yep, Vernon Hargreaves is gone.
And what do you think about that?
He wasn't doing anything. Can't guard anybody. He's too small. Yeah, let him get him out of here.
Can't play with him. Can't play with him. So Hargreaves is gone. Saints, if the Saints don't win today, and I got to just say this right now, okay, the Saints are going to be in a game today that is going to come down to a possession game. I truly believe it because I don't think there's very many teams that have been able to stop points from coming on the board when they're playing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has a great offense when Jameis isn't scoring points with the other team's defense.
Yeah.
Okay? They just do. Two of top 5 receivers in Godwin and Evans. I mean, you really do. You have 2 top 5 receivers in the NFL right now, just in those two. The duo right there. So when Jameis is on and doing it, it's going to come down to a possession game. With that being said, no matter how much time's left on that game, strategically, if you're the Saints, you just save all your timeouts, and if you get the ball at the end, you're going to score because you can against Tampa Bay, and you'll win the game on the last drive. Joe, am I far off on that?
No, I completely agree with you, and Marshawn Lattimore's out. That's their number 1 corner on the Saints. Expect Mike Evans to have a huge game today.
Mike Evans, a huge game. From Greg Davis. Greg Davis, welcome to the show. What is the score going to be in the Bucs game? Well, Greg, kind of what I just now said on that. If you want to know what the score is going to be on the Bucs game, I would say that the score is probably going to be. I'd say the Bucs probably score 28 points. Okay, and if I'm right thinking what I'm thinking, that the Bucs are going to score 28 points, then you should think that the score is either going to be 31 or 34 to 28, because the Saints are going to come back at the end of the game with probably a minute and a half left on the clock, and they're going to need to kick a field goal or a touchdown because this game's going back and forth. The difference in this is the Bucs do not have a defense that can stop. So the Bucs will take the lead late, okay? They'll take the lead or tie the game late, and then they will not be able to stop Drew Brees and the Saints when it comes down to the time that matters, Joe.
I agree. I'd go 31-28 Saints. If you watch the Bucs, Every game comes down to literally the fourth quarter, the last minute, every single game. So yeah, I would think the Saints are going to win on a field goal.
Nikki Davies, Boyd or Beasley PPR?
Tyler Boyd.
From Bernard Goyette, flex, name 2. Hyde, Woods, Diggs, or Mike Sanders?
Okay, Robert Woods and Carlos Hyde.
There it is. From Paul Roop, Singletary, and thanks for being back to the show, Paul. Appreciate you, buddy. Paul Roop, Singletary or Damian Williams, full PPR?
Singletary, because Damian Williams splits carries.
Jimmy Parsons, David Johnson, Mostert, am I saying that right? Or R. Freeman at PPR?
I mean, that's pretty tough. You would either go Williams or Freeman on that one.
All right. Jimmy Parsons. Jimmy, welcome to the show. David Johnson, Mostert, or Freeman, PPR. Did I just say that?
I'd go David Johnson, even though he's super injury prone. I wouldn't even go David Johnson. He's going against the 49ers. Who are the other running backs he picked?
He picked Freeman.
Yeah, I'd go Freeman.
Micah Grimes, welcome back to the show. I remember you on the previous show, so welcome back to the show, and thanks for being part of the show. Appreciate you, bud. Let's see. You talked about the Bengals line. Mixon, Murray, or Hollywood Brown in non-PPR?
Non-PPR. Look, Kamara's going to be getting all the touches. Latavius might get a couple red zone touches. So if you want to start him, I would start Mixon. I know the line isn't very good. But the Bengals are the Raiders are kind of banged up on the D-line right now. So I would personally go Mixon. I think he's the best running back out of the three.
Michael Rosas, Terry McLaurin versus the Jets, or Jamison Crowder at the Redskins PPR?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I'd go Crowder.
From Geo Davis, how do I win?
You watch the show.
From Geo Davis, how do I win? I need wins. You know what, Geo? What I would recommend? I would recommend to you to first and foremost, I don't know how your style. Are you conservative or are you a risk taker? And if you're not getting wins, do the opposite of what you're doing. If you're conservative, take some risk. If you're risky, become a little bit more conservative.
There you go, John.
I mean,
I like it.
Right?
Like
do the opposite. If you're not winning, do the opposite of what you're doing.
Definitely. Yep.
I mean, it's simple math, Simple math.
2 + 2?
But you could also put in a
4.
couple of those things and let everybody here help you, because it's not just us that are giving things. The show's all about the fans, to the fans, back to you. So put it out there with something that, might be one of those decisions you're a little bit hung up on the fence with, and people can help you out in that way. If we can't, somebody else can. Okay, from Andrew Hall, Boyd, Gallup, or M. Williams, non-PPR?
I like Mike Williams. I'd go Gallup.
Back from Micah Grimes, Sanu or Robinson at wide receiver?
Sanu or Allen
Sanu
Robinson?
or Robinson?
Sanu, man. Mitchell Trubisky's terrible. Sorry, but he's not very good.
And there it is. From Paul Roop. Thanks, Paul, for your question and being part of this show. PPR full point. Who should I start in flex? Pick one. Sanu, Gallup, or Ridley?
Oh, man. I mean, all of them are good for the flex position. If it was me, I would go Sanu because he gets more receptions than all of them.
All right. From Derek Zimmer, Brissett or Darnold? Who are the Jets playing today?
The
Brissett
Jets.
or Darnold? The
Redskins.
Jets are playing who?
the Redskins. Ooh.
That's a tough one right there because Darnold could actually have a day against the Redskins. And I could be a little bit more precise with you on that as far as let me just check this out for you real quick because this would actually matter a lot to you. And so here's the thing. And the Colts are playing Jacksonville.
That's a good defense.
And that's a pretty good defense. And believe it or not, back-to-back in the as far as where they're rated, Jacksonville against the pass is 13 and Washington's 14. So Washington's not really that bad against the pass. So I would probably take Brissett, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brissett's a really good quarterback, so I agree with you.
All righty. Moving along here from Joe Mayer. Mayer, I'm not sure, Joe, but thank you for your question here. He needs 3. Gallup, Sony, Hollywood, or Hyde. Gallup, Sony, Hollywood, or Hyde. Joe, tell me what you got.
I like Sony, Michelle, and Gallup.
Eric Matter, Flex. Okay. Half-point PPR. Reynolds, Renfro, or Gabriel?
That's a good question. I would go Renfro, even though he hasn't been putting great numbers, but I think he's good.
From Mike D, pick 1 wide receiver. R. Anderson, C. Samuel, D.D. Westbrook, Debo Samuel, Zach Pascal.
Nick Foles to D.D. Westbrook, baby.
There it is, right there. And Nick Foles, man, this is going to be exciting.
I can't wait
to see
to
what
watch
he does.
him play today.
I'm trying to catch up with you guys, and before I do, what I want to make sure is that you do, because what we're doing, we're putting our effort in. I want you guys to put your effort in. Producer Dave's going to put a link in on the comment section. Guys, if you want to become a VIP member and you would like to call the show, there's many other things that come instead of just calling the show, guys. But what I want you guys to do, if you want to become a VIP member, Dave will put that up for you guys, okay? I want you guys to go ahead also, do your due diligence, and like the page, guys, that you're on, okay? Come on now. Throw us a husk. We're doing it here. So show your support for something that you're actually following, and do the simple thing and follow us. Hit that like button, guys. We appreciate you. We hope you appreciate us, and that way we can keep on doing this, because that's what it's all about. So don't make me pump the brakes like I did on the last show. Don't make me pump the brakes. Zach Herberman. I've got McLaurin, Galladay, Chark, and D.D. Westbrook. Start 2, sit 2. Who are you picking?
Start Galladay and Chark.
Galladay and Chark. There you go, right there. Thanks, Zach. Zach, did you like us? Just checking, pal. Jason Masetre. Now, Jason, I hope I got your name right. Do you think Ajaya
Ajaya, yeah.
will be getting the work today against the Pats?
He's going to be splitting carries, but I think like when the season progresses, he's going to be getting the starting role.
All right, from Jordan. Jordan, welcome to the show. Jordan Spradling with Thielen out.
Yeah.
Would you run Tyler Boyd, Tyler Williams, Christian Kirk? Good question.
I'd go Boyd and Williams. Yeah. I mean, if you're starting, I would not start Diggs today. He just doesn't do well when Thielen's out.
From Aristotle, thank you and welcome to the show, Aristotle.
Aristotle?
Yes. Ty Williams or John Brown?
I'd go John Brown.
Paul Roop, flex, PPR, full point, pick 1. Ridley, Gallup, Sanu, Singletary.
Look, you could either go Gallup or Sanu. Personally, I like Sanu because I like Brady, so I'd go Sanu.
From Emesto, pick 1. Galladay without Stafford. Good point.
That's a good question, yeah.
Versus Dallas or John Brown versus Miami.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would still go Galladay because Driscoll actually looked pretty good last week. So,
man, guys, I'm doing my best right now, and right now I'm 30 comments behind. So don't go anywhere because I'm actually just going to be trying to kick it up. But what you can do while you're waiting for me to answer this is share the link, and like the page. When you do that, guys, listen, if you pay attention to what's going on, you can become a VIP member and press your comment right up to the front. If you're a VIP member, you're going right up to the top, and I'll know immediately who you are, okay? So make sure that. You can also take the Sports Static logo and make it your temporary profile picture right now, and I'll answer your question first. You can take the Sports Static logo and make it your profile picture right now, and I will answer you first. If you guys are paying attention, Dave puts the link up. Register to the VIP, and you'll get to call the show. Moving right along, I don't want to miss anybody here. From Greg Forrest, Breeze at Tampa Bay or Watson at Baltimore?
Yeah.
Great question.
Breeze, definitely. Tampa Bay's secondary is awful.
Tampa Bay secondary, I could score against Tampa Bay secondary.
Yeah, my grandma could score, and she has a prosthetic leg. So,
Well, that says a lot about not only how badass your grandma is,
Yep.
but how poorly the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary is. But we're not taking anything away from your badass grandma on that note, Joe, because that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
oh,
Pretty
yeah.
badass.
Yeah, she's badass.
All right. From Jarrett Allen. Hey, Jarrett, what's up? Freeman is not even playing.
I think he meant Royce Freeman. Devontae Freeman's not playing. Yeah.
Devontae Freeman.
Yeah.
So Jared Allen says Freeman is not even playing. Is this show old?
Dude,
are you talking about the host, or are you talking about
Look,
the show?
when you guys comment questions, you only put the last name. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, Royce Freeman's playing, but Devontae Freeman, he's out. So
Right. I mean, there's more than
I
one.
don't know what you guys are.
Right.
You know.
There's more than one Freeman. I'm Freeman. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, Jarrett Allen, this show's live, dude. What you talking about? This show's live right now. What do you mean? Is this old? And all you got to do is just say,
Put the
in
R or
reference,
the D,
Jarrett, just
bro.
say, which Freeman are we talking about? That's all. But hey, Jarrett, appreciate your enthusiasm, pal. Like the show, Jarrett. Do something for me. Become a regular and be one of our VIP co-hosts, Jarrett. Keep us on top of things over here, pal. Mike Robert, Goff, Kyle Allen, Brissett, or Foles in half-point PPR. In half-point per competition. Joe?
Brissett, because Goff has been doing terrible. Kyle Allen, I can't trust. So, Brissett.
From Doug, he wants a prediction here. Saints 34, Buccaneers 23. Go Saints, who dat? 8.
Hey,
Doug,
yeah.
that's a pretty good prediction. I still think there's a chance that when Tampa's got that 23, they can pull it up to a 30. They can. Or they can get their kicker to get it a little bit closer than that. I do think it's a close possession game, Doug. I appreciate it and giving a holler out. Who dat? That's a Saints fan right there. From Mike D. Pick one, 10.5 PPR. R. Anderson, C. Samuel, D.D. Westbrook, Debo Samuel, Zach Pascal.
Nick Foles to D.D. Westbrook.
Nick Foles is the key here. The big key here, guys. So pay attention to that. Michael Smith, what's up? If David Montgomery plays, Montgomery or Marquise Brown standard scoring?
Montgomery, running back. Look, if you guys are comparing a running back and a wide receiver, you always go running back because they get more volume.
Volume, guys. Volume. A little bit of math here. Volume we're talking. That's why, I mean, if you're selling something and you're trying to sell something, you're going to sell something for a high price and sell 5 of them, or you're going to be Walmart and lower the price and sell volume. Volume, guys. Volume. Not to be confused with volume.
Oh, man.
Volume. Okay. Let's see here. From BJ Marsh McCree. I appreciate you joining the show, my friend. Chark or Galladay PPR?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. I'd go Chark.
Dan Hoban says, what's up, brother? What's up, Dan? I appreciate you coming on the show, Dan, and then I appreciate you saying, hey, what's up, man? You know, I mean, come on, man.
Be a little
Shout
bit
out
more
to us
personal,
and
guys.
shout out to you, Dan. We appreciate you. You think I should roll with Sony against Philly or start wide receiver like Debo Samuel over him? Good question, Dan.
Yeah, that's a good question. But like I said, I would prefer starting a running back. So I would start Michelle.
BJ's back. We're talking volume. Remember, guys, BJ's back. BJ, what's up? Singletary or Drake?
Singletary.
Singletary it is. All right, cruising along from Dwayne Connor. What's up, Dwayne? Pick one. Tyrell Williams, Carlos Hyde, or Robert Woods, full point PPR.
Running back, guys. Carlos Hyde.
There it is. Guys, as you see, producer Dave has put the register to Leap Alive Sports on the board right now. If you go there, you're going to see a button that says VIP. If you hit that VIP, you immediately go to VIP status, which will let you immediately be able to call in live to the show with your question and also get your comments answered first. Guys, a little shout out to you right now. If you guys want your comments to go to the top, and producer Dave sees that you have changed your temporary profile picture to the Sports Static logo, he will put you right at top to me. So pay attention to that, and we'll make sure he'll give it to me in a private message, Dave will. He'll send the link to me in a private message. From Raymond Sotelo from YouTube, and thank you, Raymond, from YouTube. I hope you've subscribed while you're there, Raymond. Is Tyler Boyd a good play versus the Raiders, and is Debo also a good start versus the Cardinals, Joe?
Yes, because, the Raiders secondary is better than the Cardinals secondary. Peterson's been on the down low. It depends who you have in your bench. If you don't have any depth, I would start either of them.
Also from Raymond, Deshaun Watson and Hopkins, big game. Yes, a big game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Ravens defense is good, but I agree.
Raymond, and is Austin Eckler a good start in standard versus the Chiefs? I personally started Eckler against the Chiefs. And then he has bye-week running back Chris Carson, Derrick Henry. My other running back is Melvin Gordon, but is Eckler a good start? I started Eckler. I don't know, Joe. What do you think?
Yeah, I would start both of them, to be honest. If you have another slot there, I think that's one of the best running back duos in the league. So,
Raymond, you're coming alive here. Lastly from Raymond. Hey, Raymond, thank you for being part of the show, bud. Appreciate you. Also, okay, he's saying lastly, Gerald Everett, good game, standard.
I don't know, because he's kind of injured, so it depends who you have at tight end on your bench. If you don't have any other tight end, I'd start him. Goff hasn't been Goff as of lately.
Another one from BJ, Singletary or Drake?
Singletary.
Singletary. There you go. I'm sticking with you here, Joe, from Matthew Lane. How do you all feel about playing the Ravens D rest of the year?
I like it. That's a very good. You saw what they did to the Patriots. I mean, if they can do that to one of the most prolific offenses in the league, yeah, I like it.
From William Hartsthorne, welcome, William. Waller or Andrews, or play one of them over Bell or Coleman?
Oh, I would start Coleman. If you're thinking, I would definitely start Coleman. But if you're thinking tight ends, I'd start Waller.
From Clazell Richardson, Bucks over New Orleans.
I like it, man. What's his name?
His name, and by the way, he's saying that he's a Bucks fan.
Yes.
And this is from Clazell, and I hope Clazell, I'm saying your name right, Richardson. Bucks over the New Orleans. He's a Bucks fan. Welcome to the show, my friend. Joe, what do you got to say to this?
Thank you, Clazell. I appreciate it. We need more Bucks fans on this show.
Yes, we do. From Mike Hitterman, Mike is saying, let's hear what you got. First-time listener. Hey, Mike, what's up? Mike, first of all, first-time listener, welcome to the show, and make sure that you like the page. We appreciate your enthusiasm. Or are you basically saying, hey, before I like you, what you got? Show me what you got. Well, we got lots of things, and we're on the second half of the show, we get into a little bit more, which we're ready to kick into because we're going to go through all the games and give our predictions up.
That's what I got.
Mike, what I'd like to know, Mike, is where are you from, Mike, and who is your team?
Yeah.
So I show you what I got. You show me what you got, Mike, and we'll see what's up. I want to know, Mike, where are you from? Mike Hinderman, where are you from, and who is your team? Who you going for today? Looking forward to hearing that from you, Mike. From Nikki Davies, Cook or Gesicki?
Dalvin Cook? Oh, Dalvin Cook. If you're talking Dalvin Cook, Dalvin Cooks must start every week.
I called Dalvin Cook in preseason to have an awesome year in preseason because I followed the guy through his college career, and I knew he was going to be able to come into the NFL, and have some great numbers, and he has surpassed what I thought he could do, Joe. I mean, surpassed what I thought he could do.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook's leading rusher in the NFL, and you were right on that one, John.
Guys, I'm trying to catch up, but right now I have 50 new comments I haven't gotten to. So I'm going to try to haul ass here. So, guys, just forgive me. Do me a huge favor, guys. Try to limit yourself to 3 so I can get to everybody comments. Pack them into 1. Just so we can get to everybody. Producer Dave, try to pay a little attention to some of that. And also, I want to say to Producer Dave, if maybe we should go ahead and add another party here to see if we can boost up the live views and get some more people checking in here. But let's go ahead and fly along here. Jonathan Grossfeld, I'm deaf. Should I trust? Okay. That was kind of out there, like out of nowhere, because I don't know how that fits into your question. But I'm sorry to hear about your hearing disability, Jonathan. But you know what? I'm sure that you have an advantage somewhere else, my friend. So, you're deaf. Here's what we're going to do. You know what? Jonathan. Okay?
What's his question?
Producer Dave, do me a favor. All right. I'm going to actually type in the comment right now. First and foremost, let's go like this. Guys, bear with me for a minute because Jonathan's deaf. He's gone out of his way to come on the show and letting me know he can't hear what I say. So I want to make sure that he knows that this is for him right now because I just appreciate his enthusiasm of coming on here, putting that right out there. And at first I didn't get it, but I get it now. So let's go like this. Jonathan. Okay? This question's for you right now. Jonathan, this question's for you right now. Jonathan says, I'm deaf. So that's why we're going to do it this way. Should I trust Montgomery to play? Write on the board or paper saying yes or no. So first, before that, should he trust Montgomery? Yes or no, Joe? All right, there it is right there. Joe, hold it up a little bit and push it out. Right there, guys. He's showing you on there. So you're going with Montgomery. Let's go right there in the comment and say, let's see, boom. Boom. Pin comment. Boom. Boom. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You got to bear with me. That's the first time we've had someone deaf on here that's actually asked us
But he
to
is
do
a
that.
game time decision, though.
Who's a game time?
Montgomery is a game time decision, but yeah. If he plays, start him.
Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. We had to get that out of the way. Appreciate your patience on that, everybody. And moving right along here. John, please type your answer here. Right here.
Say it's a
See
game
thread.
time decision, though.
Okay. Montgomery. But he is game time. Sorry, guys. I mean, we got to do what we got to do to, make sure that everybody gets their fair share at this. We just replied to somebody that was deaf, and we were back on time with everything, so making sure that you guys are ready to go. Okay. So here we go. Now that we got that out the way, let's move right along here. Let's see. It's a game time decision. Okay, we got that right. Boom. Let me move this out of the way. We're back. All right, guys. From Paul. I'm sorry. Andrew Hall. Boyd, Gallup, or M. Williams non-PPR?
I'd go Gallup. He's more of a touchdown threat.
Micah. Sanu or Robinson at wide receiver 2. Did he ask us that already?
Definitely Sanu, man. Mitchell
Sanu.
Trubisky. Can't trust Mitchell Trubisky.
Paul Roop, PPR, full point. Who should I start in flex? Pick one. Sanu, Gallup, or Ridley?
I think we got this question, but I would start Mohamed Sanu because Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Derek Zimmer, Brissett, or Darnold? Some of these are seeming familiar. And guys, let me just tell you right now, guys, listen up. I right now am 60-some comments behind. I try to say everybody's name and include everybody into the show, so it takes me some time. I will not be able to make it to everybody, but don't repeat your question because then you're going to make it harder for me to get to everybody. So, guys, if you have a question, post it once. Try to have a maximum of 3 so we can kind of get to a lot of people and have this show be a little bit more successful. Appreciate you. Derek, I would go Brissett, Derek Zimmer. Brissett on that one. So moving right along here, Joe Meyer. He needs 3. Gallup, Sony, Hollywood, Hyde.
Hyde, Sony, and Gallup.
Eric Matter. Eric says flex, half-point PPR. Reynolds, Renfro, or Gabriel?
Renfro.
Mike D, pick one wide receiver at 0.5 PPR. R. Anderson, C. Samuel, D.D. Westbrook, Debo Samuel, Zach Pascal.
Yeah, D.D. Westbrook.
From Zach, I've got McLaren, Galladay, Chark, and D.D. Westbrook. Start 2, sit 2. Who you picking?
I'd go Chark and Galladay.
Jason, what's up, Duck? Thank you for joining the show. Jason Mastre, do you think Jay Ajaya will be getting the work today against the Pats?
Have we been getting these questions before?
And that's the thing is that, guys, if you guys are repeating these questions, you're going to make it real hard for us to get to some of the other ones here. I know it's taken me time to get to them on a live show, and that's just because we've had a couple hundred comments. So I'm going to get we've had 93 comments. So let me get to them. I'm still going to answer you, okay? So anyway, Jay Ajaya will be getting the work today against the Pats, Joe.
He's risky to start. I think he's going to split carries.
Okay, Jordan Sprodling. Jordan, what's up? I hope I said your name one. With Thielen out, would you run Tyler Boyd, Terrell Williams, or Christian Kirk?
I think Boyd's the best out of the 3.
All right, Aristotle. Okay, and remember, because we've had Aristotle on here, Ty Williams or John Brown?
John Brown.
Paul Roop, flex, PPR, full point, pick one. Ridley, Gallup, Sanu, or Singletary?
Sanu.
Okay. Ernesto Miranda. Ernesto! Pick one, Galladay without Stafford versus Dallas or John Brown versus Miami.
That's a good question. I'd go John Brown just because Miami's secondary is terrible.
And they are Greg Forrest, the Breeze at Tampa Bay or Watson at Baltimore.
I think we got this question before, but I'd go
Yes,
Breeze.
we did. You got to go Breeze on this, guys. I'll tell you why. Because the Tampa Bay, Joe said it earlier, how horrible they are. Tampa Bay secondary is horrible, and they might have gotten worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving along, Jarrett Allen, Freeman is not even. All right, we gotta, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do now, and I hate to do this to you. I'm fast forwarding all the way to the bottom of the comments right now and working my way backwards, so I'll remember where I'm at. Jonathan Grossfeld. Okay, from Trista St. Mary, Damian Williams or Carlos Hyde?
Carlos Hyde because Damian Williams splits carries.
Okay, Kevin Mullen. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? I appreciate you, and I appreciate you also liking our page. Kevin, Gallup or Debo?
Yeah, man, I like Gallup. So, I mean, Dak looks at Gallup after Amari Cooper, so I'd go Gallup.
All right, Samuel coming from Brandon Joseph. Hey, Brandon, thanks for liking the Sports Static page. Samuel or Westbrook?
I'd go D.D. Westbrook, man.
From Les Powell, if there is a Saints game watch party airing, let me know. Fox here is airing Cowgirls and the Lions.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I don't know if there is, Les, but we'll be watching football at the time that happens. Cowboys and Lions, yeah, I know. I guess you get to see what the Cowboys are going to do against a Stafford-less Lions, okay? Kevin Mullen, hey, Kevin, Winston or Rivers? Winston or Rivers?
Winston. Rivers has been making Jameis Winston-like mistakes, and Winston throws for more yards, so Winston.
Jonathan Grossfeld, well, should I trust Montgomery?
Look, he's a game-time decision, so I can't answer that question.
From Ken Smith, hey, Ken, welcome to the show. D. Westbrook or Curtis Samuel? STD, standard scoring, thank you.
D.D. Westbrook.
D.D. Westbrook. Jason Griswold, Galladay or Diggs?
Galladay. Diggs without Thielen is going to get doubled.
Guy McVeigh joined the show. What's up, G, you cheesehead? What's up, G? And I go, you know the main G once in a while comes on the show, too. What's up, G? You cheesehead, you. Doggone it. Let's see, from Samuel. From Sal. Hey, Sal. Sal Dronin. Hello, Z. Ertz or M. Andrews? Thank you.
Oh, that's tough. I would start either of them. Personally, I'd start Ertz because I think he's the better tight end.
All right, from Matthew Lane, Christian Kirk or Allen Robinson? And I'll go ahead and let you answer that first.
Kirk.
Okay, he says he worries about Kirk against the Niners. Do you?
Yeah, I would too. But Allen Robinson, I mean, Mitchell Trubisky, I worry about him.
And he's worried about Jalen Ramsey shadowing Robinson.
Yeah,
once
exactly.
again in a pickle.
So you are in a pickle there, man. I would personally go Kirk because he just went off against the Bucks, but I know that is the Bucks. So, but I would go Kirk.
Okay. Brandon Joseph is saying Cousins or Foles. I mean, to me personally, man, I like Cousins and what Cousins has been doing. Foles is going to have to get a little bit up in the game speed stuff here. I don't know what you think about that one, Joe.
Nick Foles, baby. Super Bowl champ.
I'm a big Foles fan myself, too. From Chris Avalenza. Chris, I'm sorry saying that wrong, okay? And the screen's a little bit further away from me than you may think. Current running backs for this week, CMC. Singletary, D. Montgomery, B. Hill, and Juice. And I got to click more to see this. Which running back will produce more aside from CMC? Either Singletary or Hill. But wanted to see your opinion on which is more favorable. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to check. The Falcons are playing the Panthers. Panthers D-line is pretty good, and he said Singletary. I personally like Singletary, to be honest. He's getting more of the touches than Frank Gore, so I would start Singletary, but I think either start is good because Brian Hill just got 20 carries, so he's getting a ton of volume, so that's on you, man, to be completely honest.
From Trista, Breeze or Prescott? We kind of told you that Breeze is going up against a horrible, and I said it, a horrible defense. Abdel. Okay, from Abdel. Nassar. PPR League. Start 3. 1 is a flex. Sanu. Curtis. Samuel. Sanu. Curtis Samuel. Debo Samuel. Ridley. Montgomery.
Ridley. I'd go Sanu, Debo, and Ridley.
Trista, welcome to the show. Why don't you go ahead and hit the like button for us? Follow us at Sports Static. Become a Sports Static fanatic. It's a new thing here, guys. Trista, thank you for joining the show. Trista St. Mary, Damian Williams, or Carlos Hyde?
Hyde.
Kevin Mullen, Gallup, or Debo?
Gallup.
All right, moving right along here, Joe. I'm staying with you here on this one. And actually, hang on a second. No, I'm not. Guys, I'm trying my best. From Peter Perozzi, Rivers or Brissett? That's a good question.
That is a good question. I would go Brissett, though. I know Brissett's coming off an injury, but I would still start him.
Roy Freeze. Hey, Roy, what's up? Hit the like button, pal. Diggs, C. Samuels, M. Gallup.
I'd go Gallup, man. I like, if you look at the statistics, Diggs doesn't do well without Thielen. Man, if Diggs goes off, I'm going to get death threats.
From Dustin Walker. Dustin, appreciate you joining the show. Follow us, my friend. It's as simple as us answering this question for you. Zach Pascal or Terry McLaurin PPR?
Terry
it is. All right. From Mark, pick 1. All right. Westbrook, Phillip Lindsay, or Zach Pascal?
Okay, not Pascal. I would have to go Lindsay because he's a running back, gets more volume.
Okay, Lindsay. All right. Guys, we're cruising along here. We're going to have to start to fade away a little bit. Let's see here. I'll get a couple more in there from Jonathan Grossfeld. We already answered that one for you. That was Jonathan. Jonathan got the answer. Dustin Walker, Pascal, or McLaurin?
You're McLaurin.
Also from Abdel Nassar, tight end question. Thank you, Abdel. And hit the like button for us, buddy. Okay? I do my part. Joe, you do your part. We're looking for you guys to do your part just as easy as you asking the question and us answering. Follow us. Okay? Like us. Abdel, tight end question. Olsen, Fant, you got? Or O.J. Howard?
That's a good question. Okay, Olsen or O.J. Howard? I'd go O.J. Howard. I'm going with the youth on this one.
And I like O.J. Howard as well. Charles Bryant, go Bucks. Bucks fan. Hey, Charles, what's up? Another Bucks fan. We appreciate you. Yes, we do. Like us, man. Follow us. All right, guys, we're getting to that point right now where we're at 11:40, okay? we've got to move the show forward here. Appreciate you guys with all your questions. Follow along still. We're going to still ask random questions for fantasy. We're just not going to do it as frequent and as fast as what we've been doing because we're going to go ahead and run through every one of these games today. Guys are more than free to comment along and tell us what you think about who's going to win, who sucks squirrel nuts, and everything else involved with all this stuff. Right away, let me get on here and run these games down for you. What I'm going to do right now, guys, is just list off all of the games, and then we're going to go through them one by one in a speedy type fashion, and we'll see what goes on. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Ian, who's not able to join us for the first time in a long time, Joe.
Yeah, man, I miss you, Ian.
So, Ian, I hope everything's going nice up there, and it's a tough time anytime you're having to attend a funeral. So, sorry about that. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and give you a moment of silence. And there it is, Ian. We'll see you when you get back, my friend, because we love having you on the show. One of our regular sports static fanatics, Ian. So, all right, guys, running through the games here right now. All the 1 o'clock games getting ready to happen for you. The Falcons. You remember the Falcons? Do you remember what you saw them do last week against the Saints? I told you guys on that show last week, I said, watch out. Drew Brees coming in wasn't the same Drew Brees at the end of last season or the beginning of this that he was prior. I'm not knocking the old guy. He's still a great future Hall of Famer, all-pro quarterback, but game speed and everything, I think the Atlanta Falcons said, look, here's the game plan. He's no way up to game speed right now coming into Week 10, and we're going to blitz Drew Brees. And, Joe, you seen what happened on that.
Oh, I did. Yeah, Drew Brees, he didn't look like Drew Brees, did he? And honestly, I'm going to make my prediction for this game. I have the Falcons winning again.
Wow, the Falcons are at the Panthers. Okay, let's go ahead and run through them real quick, guys. Falcons, 1 o'clock games again. Falcons at the Panthers. Cowboys at the Lions, Ford Field. Jaguars at the Colts. Bills at the Sunny Dolphins. Texans at the Ravens. Ooh. Broncos at the Vikings. Ouch. Jets at the Redskins. Boring. Saints at the Buccaneers. A home game for us here. Cardinals at the 49ers. Sorry, Cardinals. Bengals at the Raiders. Patriots at the... I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to let you know. 4:05 and going into the 4 o'clock afternoon games is the Cardinals at the Niners. Bengals at the Raiders. Patriots at the Eagles. The 8:20 game, the Sunday Night Football. Bears at the Rams. Finishing Week 11 off. Monday Night Football. Chiefs are at the Chargers. I think that's going to turn out to be a great game. Going right at it right away, Joe. The Falcons are at the Panthers.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are going to utilize the pass rush a lot, and they're going to blitz a lot on Kyle Allen. I see Kyle Allen making a lot of mistakes in this game, and if they can stop McCaffrey, I think they have this game in the bag. So I'm taking the Falcons.
I hear you. I cannot take the Falcons, and the reason why I can't take the Falcons is because of one McCaffrey. I just think he's a difference maker, and until anybody in the NFL has figured out how to stop the ball from getting in his hands, because it just doesn't matter after that. It just has to make it to his hands, and then he makes everything happen after that. So with that being said, I've got to, Joe, go with the Panthers on that one. And I do appreciate your enthusiasm, Joe, in taking the Falcons.
Yeah, we'll see.
How about, Joe, the Cowboys at the Lions?
John, I know it's your Lions, but I'm telling you, man, without your star running back and Kerryon Johnson, without Stafford, I cannot pick the Lions. I'm going with the Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are going to have a really good game. And you saw Amari Cooper. He was doing those sideline toe touchdown, catches. So I'm going Cowboys.
And yeah, I started out as a Detroit Lion fan growing up in the area. And yes, it hurts, but I'm with you on that one. The Lions without Stafford are not the Lions that have a chance. Like the Lions are just having a chance with Stafford to win some football games. But with that being said, I'm looking for the Detroit defense to step up right now with your quarterback down. Detroit, it's all up to you right now in your defense. You're supposed to have a defensive coach. You're supposed to have Patty. Now, I call Patricia Patty. So I'm calling out Detroit D right now because if you don't have a quarterback that's an all-pro quarterback, by the way, you know where the game's at. The game's in the defense. All you have to be strategic about is stopping the other team from scoring 100%, Joe.
So you're going with the Lions, John?
I am not.
Okay.
Let me just reiterate there. I can't go Lions on this one because they're without Stafford.
Right.
I'm calling out the Detroit defense and telling them, guys, come on.
Okay.
You can make Dallas really have to work for this. And if I were to have an upset pick right now and were to think of that, and I might come back to this. I don't know. Joe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that would be the upset without. It wouldn't be so much the upset if I were to pick Detroit with Stafford to beat the Cowboys at home, Ford Field. But if I were to pick Detroit to beat the Cowboys right now without Stafford, then that would be considered an upset. Would you say yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving right along here. So I took the Cowboys, Joe. The Jaguars, Joe, are at the Colts. And I think this is a great game. But with the Jaguars back with Nick Foles, I've got to go Jags on this one.
Hey, John, I agree with you. So I think Brissett coming off an injury, I don't think he's going to be as good. I think Jaguars are pretty good at stopping the run. I don't think Marlon Mack is going to have a huge impact on this game. And Nick Foles, man, I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion. And I don't get me wrong, I love what Minshew has done. So maybe he goes to another team, but got to go with the Jags and Nick Foles.
Let's throw a question in here real quick. Lorenzo Garcia, thank you, Lorenzo. James White or Joe Mixon?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Okay, personally, I'd go James White because I cannot trust Joe Mixon and that Bengals offensive line. And James White's he starts on the Patriots, even though it's with Burkhead, Michelle, and White. You know, he does split carries, but I would go James White.
Tyson Davis, your first-time listener, welcome to the show, Tyson. Follow us, like us, buddy. Tyson Davis, first-time listener. Would you go with McLaurin in place of either Galladay or Chark?
No.
Okay, there you go. Simple as that. No. And take it just like, no. Okay, so, and hey, Andrew Fashi, let's go Bucks. Another Bucks fan joining the show there. Awesome. Paul Wilson, let's go Tampa Bay. Hey, Paul.
Nice, man.
Thanks, man. Getting some action here for some Bucks fans. Let's move right along here. The Bills are at the Dolphins. Guys, you know how bad the Dolphins are, but you can't say that the Dolphins don't play their asses off, okay? It's not about them not playing. It's about the personnel they have and the decisions that were made upstairs as far as personnel goes and trades they made where everybody thought they were tanking. But you cannot tell me that there's not a 120% effort with everybody wearing a Miami Dolphin jersey on that field. And I will tell you this right now. This is a division game for the Bills and for Miami. And, man, Miami can play a big upsetter here down there in South Beach. This could be an upset, Joe.
I don't see it, John. I think the Bills' defense is too good, and I think Josh Allen and Singletary are going to have big games today. So I'm going to have to go and take the Bills on this one.
I'm with you 100% on this one just because of the fact that I think the Bills right now are at a different place in the season and where they're going versus the Miami. But, again, no pressure on Miami to get out there and just leave it all out on the line. I'm taking the Bills with you on that one. Joe, here to me is probably, if not the one of the top games of the week, that being Texans at the Ravens, Joe.
Oh, man. I think this is the top game. Lamar Jackson against Deshaun Watson. Personally, I think Deshaun Watson's a better quarterback. That's no offense to Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's a great athlete, but Deshaun Watson throws for more yards. But even saying that, I'm going to go with the Ravens just because it's at home in Baltimore, and the Texans, I can't trust that offensive line, John. Deshaun Watson gets hit more than any other quarterback, so I have to take Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Are the Texans coming off of a bye week here?
Are they? I have no idea.
I'll have to check that out. This is such a tough one for me to pick.
Yeah.
I mean, I need some help from my sports static fanatics. I need some help on this one, guys. This is such a tough pick for me. I mean, I seriously don't know what to pick on this one because I just believe, you know what I'll do, Joe? I'll tell you what I'll do. Because I can't remember, I want to go back and look and see something here real quick. And just to make sure 100%. The Texans did. The Texans had a bye week last week. Why does that matter to me? That matters to me because they've had an extra week to prepare for this Baltimore team, okay? With that being said, guys, I'm just going to put it out to you right now. With that being said, I was taking the Ravens a minute ago. I'm crossing that out right now, and I'm going to take the Texans, and I'm going to think that with the Texans, okay, at 6-2, or I'm sorry, 6-3 right now, they're going to win this game, okay, because they've had that extra week, an extra week to look at the Baltimore, to look at these plays Baltimore's doing with the RPO, the run pass option they're doing, the designed runs for Lamar Jackson and things of that nature. I'm telling you right now, Joe, am I crazy for taking the Texans?
No, I think that's a good take, to be honest. I'm taking the Ravens just because I don't trust the Texans offensive line, and it's in Baltimore. That's and I don't know if the Texans can stop Lamar Jackson because no one has showed me that they could stop him. So that's why I'm going the Ravens.
And I don't think they can stop him either. But you've got to figure out a way that he either beats you with his feet or his arm. And if it's me, I've got to do something to stop him from beating me with his feet. If I'm playing Baltimore, then I've got to do everything I can in my defensive scheme to stop Lamar from running the ball. So everything I'm focused on is, hey, I'll take my chances. If he beats me deep, if he beats me this way, whatever he does, I'm taking a safety, I'm taking a free safety and playing him man up on Lamar Jackson. And everybody else is going to be covered one-on-one, okay? You're going to beat me with your arm, Lamar. You're just not going to beat me on your feet. And if you still beat me on your feet, I'll take that. I'll take it. But in my defensive scheme, in my bye week, and what I've done, if I'm the Texans, is that's my defensive game scheme. I have a free safety dedicated to Lamar Jackson playing up in the box. Okay? You guys have seen this before. We haven't seen it in a long time where it's like you got three linebackers sitting there. Okay? But one of them is going to be a free safety man on man with Lamar Jackson. Joe.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Either a free safety or a linebacker on him. Yeah, you
Both.
have. Right. Both. Yeah, you might have to put two spies on him. So you have to make Lamar beat you with his arm. If he rolls out of the pocket, it hurts the defense because they can't cover for. They only can cover for so long. So you got to make him beat you with his arm.
Yes, you do. All right, moving along here. You got the Broncos at the Vikings, Joe.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings in this one. I can't trust the Broncos offense. They have a good defense, but I can't trust their offense at all. So, I got to go Vikings. I think Dalvin Cook has a big game, even though Denver's run defense is pretty good. I still think Dalvin Cook is, he's really good. So
I'm going Vikings as
Yeah.
well on this, and I just think that Delvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, the combination. We'll see what's up with Diggs today. I know what you're saying. He's going to be covered down.
Yeah, I mean, look, he might have a good game, but just looking at the stats, this is sports static. So we look at the stats here. When Thielen's not playing, Diggs normally gets doubled. So he doesn't put up many fantasy points.
There you go, guys. Moving right along here. To me, this is a tough pick right here, Joe. The Jets are at the Skins. This is when
Yeah,
we're talking picks right now, this is a tough pick.
This is a tough pick. However, I can't trust Dwayne Haskins right now. I have to put my trust in Sam Darnold, and I'm going with the Jets, man. I think Le'Veon Bell has a big game.
I'm with you 100% on that. And we talked about this a little bit, the Skins and their defense and their pass defense. I just think that the Jets, and that's the thing is the Jets running game with Bell can be a difference maker to help Darnold out a little bit here.
Yeah.
And as long as Darnold isn't seeing the boogeyman or Casper the Friendly Ghost, I think he should be okay, Joe.
Yeah, we don't want him to seeing some ghosts today.
Joe, your game of the week here, I believe. The 1 o'clock game, the Saints are in Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
Joe. The Saints are in Tampa Bay, Joe.
Yo, guys, it hurts me to say this, but I can't trust the Bucs against the Saints coming off a loss. Drew Brees has a ton of tape against us. They're in,
And we're not talking duct tape.
No, we're talking film tape. But I'll tell you what, Drew Brees is probably going to take some duct tape, tape it to Jameis Winston's mouth, because he's not going to be saying much today, guys. I got Drew Brees winning it. The Bucs secondary is awful. Michael Thomas is going to go off. Yeah, I think it's still going to be a good game, but I just think the secondary we're beat up too. We're all injured, so I'm taking the Saints.
I agree with you 100%. Drew Brees are going to have to show what's up. And this is actually, everybody, I'm not trying to offend anybody that's a huge Saints fan. I'm not trying to offend anybody that's whatever. Producer Dave, I'm not 100% sure, Producer Dave, if we are on the Who Dat group right now. If we're actually have a watch party on Who Dat, it'd be a good time to have it right now. While we're on the Buccaneers and Saints game. I'm not trying to really talk down on the Saints. I'm not trying to talk down on Saints fans because I know you guys are die-hard Drew Brees fans. But when you start to look at the numbers of Drew Brees and you start to see these numbers declining a little bit, I wasn't shocked at what happened last week with the Falcons. And the reason why I wasn't shocked with it is because Drew Brees has been sitting on the sideline. I don't know, Joe. What's he been sitting there for 6 weeks? Yeah,
he's been sitting there for 6 weeks. I just think against this secondary, he does really well. And I'm a Bucs fan, and it hurts me to say that the Saints are going to win. But I can't trust the secondary.
Well, nobody can trust that Buccaneers secondary. So no matter who we're playing, what we're playing, what's going on there, it's very hard for anybody to trust that Buccaneers secondary. And the thing is, and this is a very young secondary. So sometimes you never know who you find out of such a young group and whatever. But Drew Brees today has an opportunity to come in here and completely expose just how bad we're saying that secondary is. Not like any team isn't doing it, but after his showing last week with Drew Brees, all you Who Dat fans, I don't want to tell anybody, oh, Drew Brees is washed up, he's over the hill, he's anything. But what I will tell you today in reference to Drew Brees at the Buccaneers today, if Drew Brees has a bad game today, oh man,
it's going to be right there, the cursor
the highlight right across Drew Brees' name to let you know that Drew Brees, it's no longer a fluke. And guys, I'm serious. I've looked at it. I don't have the numbers readily available for you today with Drew Brees, but you can go back to the end of last season, working up towards the playoffs and that horrible call. The numbers for Drew Brees steadily declined. Check it if you want. Same thing this year. Check it if you want. But it's a fact. So right when I said that, I don't know what happened. I lost 20 viewers the second I saw that. So producer Dave's going to fix that for us on the viewers and get a little creative and see who else we can start the watch party to finish this show up and get this spiked up here. So maybe I did offend some of the New Orleans guys. But guys, this right here is, for me, a good chance to see where Drew Brees is with his game right now and moving forward, Joe.
I completely agree. I think Drew Brees is a Hall of Fame quarterback, definitely a Hall of Fame quarterback. So I think he tears up the secondary, as I said. I think we swallow up Kamara, though, because our run defense is pretty good with Sue and Vita Vea. And Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett is going to attack Drew Brees. So hopefully they have a good offensive line. But as I said, Drew Brees, I think, is going to put up some really big numbers.
I agree that he's got the chance to, but we'll see. I mean, he's got the horrible second, probably the worst one. Cardinals are at the 49ers, Joe.
49ers, definitely. I mean, look, San Francisco 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFL, and I believe they only lost to the Seahawks, which I called. That they only lost to them because their wide receivers were dropping every pass. If you saw that game, wide receivers were dropping every pass. Emmanuel Sanders got injured, the only reliable receiver they have. Kittle was out. So, I mean, you got to go with 49ers in this one.
49ers, I'm going with the 49ers too. I'm looking to see a little bit of an entertaining game. Kyler Murray makes some decisions. I personally think that Kyler Murray's sometimes taking unnecessary hits, trying to hang on to that ball. He's so much faster than everybody else. He's trying to hang on to that ball and wait till the last second for something amazing to happen. And let me tell you something right now, Kyler Murray. You're 5'9". Okay, I don't care if you say you're 5'10.3". You're 5'9". Okay. And you're not 210 pounds, dude. You're
no
just
way.
Not. You're not going to be in the NFL very long if you keep on hanging to the ball, taking these hits from 250-pound guys that are just – it's just not going to happen. You're not going to be in the NFL very long. You're a great, accurate passer. You have a great arm. Live to play another down. You do not have to make the amazing happen out of nothing. Live to play another down. Live to play another game. You'll be in the league for a long time if you can figure that out. So, Joe, think in this game the 49ers win? I think Kyler Murray can make the game entertaining.
Oh, definitely. Hey, I think he's a really entertaining quarterback. He's really good. He gets out of the pocket. He scrambles. But I have to go the 49ers. It's just too much talent.
Bengals are at the Raiders. I'll tell you this right now, Raider Nation, I'm taking the Raiders to win this one. I think, as a matter of fact, in my DraftKings lineup I did two lineups where I started Carr. Not just so much for what I think he can do to the Bengals. He came in at a fair price, and I'm a bargain hunter. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I agree with that, John, but I'm definitely going the Raiders. I think Josh Jacobs tears up that defense, and I think Derek Carr also tears up that defense, and I'm going to make a bold prediction right here, right now. The Bengals go 0-16. They're not winning a game this season.
Wow. Yeah. All right, so Joe, I'll tell you what. I love when you do that, okay? I love when you do that. Guys, I love when you make bold predictions like that because I'll remember them and come back to you on that. So, Joe, that's good, Joe. A good prediction. So just to go ahead and put it out there, Joe, let's see who the Bengals are facing for the rest of the season. Here we go. Okay. The remaining schedule for the Bengals. Here we go. Obviously, today they're playing the Raiders, okay? Then Pittsburgh comes into Cincinnati.
Well,
Pittsburgh wins that, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Even
Joe?
though they don't have a quarterback, but yeah, still think they win it.
They've got the red-nosed reindeer, Joe. The dude.
Oh, you're
fly-
right. He didn't get suspended. You're right. Yep.
Okay. Then, after that, Joe. Okay, so you think Pittsburgh? The Jets go into Cincinnati, Joe.
I still don't think they win that game.
Cincinnati goes to Cleveland, Joe.
No way they win that game.
New England Patriots. Can you believe
Is
this
that a
late
que-
in the season? The NFL.
Is that a question?
The NFL, I'll tell you, to give New England this late in the season that game, shame on you.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to you on that one, Joe. Here's one for you, Joe. Here it is, right here, dude. Cincinnati, week 16 goes to Miami.
Oh, man.
There it is, Joe.
There it is, but I still think Fitz Magic Man. The Magic Man does well against bad teams. So,
And then they finish it off. Cleveland's in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think they go 0-16.
Okay, so they very well could, but there's that one game, and it's the Miami one, Joe.
Where no one's going to
They-
be watching?
That's right. No one's watching, but it's the one game, right?
Right. Yeah.
so if they don't go 0-16, they're 1-15. 1-15. Even then, they're getting the number one draft pick. And now you see what happened with Alabama and their star quarterback,
wow.
right?
Yeah, that was terrible. Tua, I would hold out, man. I wouldn't even go in the draft. I would hold out. To be honest, if it was my college team, and I would want to win the championship my last year.
So Cincinnati's going to end up with a chance to see Tua, but I think also there's a pretty damn good quarterback at LSU who seems to be just putting the ball. Come on, Joe. Come
Can
on.
the Bucks please get Joe Burrow? My God, that guy is a good quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he'll be there. You know, I mean,
He
but
probably
hey,
won't.
you know what? Move up. Do what you got to do, Buccaneers. But here's the thing, Joe, and I'll tell you this right now, is that they can't come out the Buccaneers and do anything that makes you think and trust the GM, Jason Light. And we don't know if we're going to have Jameis Winston next year. Hey, here's what I say. Get rid of Jameis. Get you a good rookie quarterback. You're going to be able to save that $20 million you would have to spend because you get a rookie contract with them. Spend the rest of the money on defensive backs. I don't care if you got to bring veterans in. Get rid of some people, okay? Let's get a defense here in Tampa Bay, Joe.
I completely agree, John. And maybe a couple better offensive linemen.
Even then, I just want to see us be able to stop a team from just throwing the ball in the air and scoring on us.
Exactly.
It's
Yep.
ridiculous. We can't stay in any game because of that. We just can't. Joe, the Patriots are at the Eagles. I think this is going to be a good game, Joe.
Oh, this is going to be a good game. One of the best games today. But, the Patriots don't lose 2 games straight. You just don't see it. So I have to go Tom Brady and the Patriots. They're going to be running screens. They're going to be nickel and diamond, running the ball, killing the clock. And Wentz, he had a really good rookie season, but he's kind of on the down low, so I'm going Patriots.
The Philadelphia Eagles are ranking against the past 16, okay? They're in the middle of the pack. I can't say that they got a good, but they've got something that's somewhat respectable, being in the middle of the pack there. Against Tom Brady, you got to be a little bit better than that. What I would like to check out for you, though, is I'd like to see what are they going to do against the rush, okay? That's what I want to know. And the Philadelphia Eagles are ranked 4th against the rush. So, Joe, what do you think about as far as them shutting the run down?
Yeah, I mean, they have Fletcher Cox, who is a really good run stopper. That team in the beginning of the season when we were just starting the show, man, I mean, I always said this team is loaded, and they have a lot of talent on the team. They've just been kind of injured, and, I do think they can stop the run. I do. But I think Tom Brady and his pass game, with the new acquisitions of the wide receivers, I think Tom Brady's going to have a big game.
And I mean, you got to get people around him and the personnel around him to get him to do something. I mean, that to me is a must-do thing. But I mean, the fact to me is this: if the Eagles can shut down the run, okay? I mean, if they can shut down the run,
Oh, man.
then that's what I care about. If they can shut down the run, it's just, can they shut down the run? Okay, that's what I want to know. Can they shut down the run? Guess what, guys?
Oh man.
I'm going with the upset of the week. That's right, I said it. Here it is right here. Your upset of the week alert. Your upset of the week alert. The Eagles are going to hand the New England Patriots their second loss in a row. And they're going to do it by shutting down the road and doing something teams never do, Joe, and it drives me crazy. They play, every team, Joe, plays zone against the damn Patriots. You can't do it because you will get nickel and dime the whole way down the field. It's like this. Tom Brady gets the ball, boom, 3 yards, boom, 5 yards, boom, 7 yards, boom, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3. Nickel and dime you down the field. What in the world do you think you're doing? Play these guys bump and road. Grab some if you would, okay? Joe?
Grab some wood.
Grab some if you would. No pun intended. Joe, with my analogy on this, and if you're an Eagle team that's ranked 4th against the rush, Joe, with my analogy on this, am I out in completely left field here? Or if they play bump and run man to man, you don't see it that often anymore. Can they hang in there in this game and make it a close one and pull it off at the end, Joe?
Definitely. You can. And just like what you said about Drew Brees, Brady is also declining a little bit.
Hey, you can't say that to a New England fan because for whatever reason they get delusional.
Well, come on,
I think they eat mushrooms.
They're probably tripping. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, look, man, they definitely can. The Eagles are a very talented team, and you're right. If they do that defensive scheme, they man up. It could be a good game. They could come out, but I still have the Patriots.
So, all right, check this out. Lorenzo Garcia, okay? He says you're going to get booed if you don't say Tampa Bay. Man, we had a whole segment.
Look, I'm just being realistic as a podcast host. Look, I got to look at the numbers. They give up the most yards in the NFL in the past. And when I was watching, I watch every Bucs game, every minute of it. I mean, you see the cornerbacks, they're looking back like, what's going on? They're looking to the sideline, and then the guy's running right by them.
Yep.
I mean, man.
But then I
Come
tell
on.
you, but then Lorenzo Garcia backs it up. And he says, LOL, just kidding, guys. First-time watcher. Welcome to the show, Lorenzo. First-time watcher. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Lorenzo, hit the like button and be here on the next show at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday.
Lorenzo, I like it, though, man. I do like it, Lorenzo. I mean, it kills me as a Bucs fan to pick the Saints. It really does. But, Drew Brees is amazing.
Trust me, it kills him, guys. Trust me. Joe goes off when the Bucs are sucking. And I'm going to tell you right now, it'd be different if the Buccaneers were sucking on a Klondike bar, but they suck squirrel nuts. and producer Dave, put this in my memo for me. Get us a picture of a squirrel with like huge nuts. The ones that grow off of the pine trees. Those big acorn nuts.
Hey, that Ice Age squirrel, man. That Ice Age squirrel.
But the Bucs secondary, back at you, Lorenzo, and thanks for being part of the show once again. And we know you're kidding, and we appreciate your sense of humor, and we got thick skin. Even if you tell me I suck, Lorenzo, I'll appreciate it just as much, man. And getting booed. I've been booed many times in my life, guys. I mean, I have. Boo. I appreciate the boos as much as the applause. I really do, guys, because that's just somebody that's putting it out there and not being afraid to say what they really think. So I appreciate that. I've been booed many times in my life, guys, because I put myself in that position, which is the fun part. So anyway, guys, the The Buccaneers secondary sucks. The Buccaneers secondary sucks. I know a high school team that can put the ball in the air and score on the Buccaneers. They need to do something about that, okay? They need to. And I believe that they're going to do something about that, and we'll just have to wait and see. So there's my upset going back to the Patriots. I believe the Patriots are going to lose, and that's what's going to happen in that game. With the Monday Night Football game, Joe. The Monday Night Football game, Joe. And, Joe, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a great game, I think, Joe, because you've got Kansas City Chiefs going to play the Chargers at their not-so-really home. Poor Chargers. And there'll probably be more Kansas City Chief fans there than there is Chargers. But I think this is going to be a great game, Joe. Monday Night Football.
This is going to be a great game, guys. The Chargers, look, man, with that run duo, and we know the Chiefs' defense really isn't that good. Mahomes just put up like 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, and they still lost last week. That speaks volumes to me. So for my upset alert...
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not.
Yep.
Ah, shit. There it is, Joe. What you got?
You got to do the sound, John.
Talk to me, Joe.
Yeah, I have to go to the Chargers, man. I mean, if a quarterback can put up 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, and you still lose, I mean, come on. I mean, Phillip Rivers, I think he's not gonna make as many mistakes as he did, and I think the run game is really gonna kill the Chiefs. I really think it is, and I got the Chargers winning.
So you got the Chargers on the upset, and I'm going to tell you what, right now, Joe, that was going to be my upset. But from the beginning of the season, after we saw the Chargers last year, when we seen what the Chargers did, I expected the Chargers to be on their run. They're with Phillip Rivers, okay? I expected the Chargers to this be their year. It's do or die. And I thought in the offseason that would be all they thought. How many good years do we have with Drew Brees? I mean, I'm sorry. In New Orleans, that goes to you too. But how many good years do we have remaining with Phillip Rivers and the team that we built around him? So I really expected the Chargers to come out here and just go boom. So, Joe, I'm with you on this. I am. But, however, with another week back, okay, another week back for my homie, Patrick Mahomes, I just can't. Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Joe, I can't do it, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the Chiefs' offense is amazing, but I just don't believe in their defense, man. So, yeah, I gotta go Chargers.
I hear you, Joe. I hear you 100%, and that's a great upset pick for you, Joe. Right for the Chargers to do it. I don't know who's going to go with you on that one because of how dangerous and deadly they can that you can see the Kansas City Chiefs be. But you're right. If they fix that, Joe, we knew this last year. We knew last year Kansas City Chiefs did not advance in the playoffs because of their defense. We knew that last year. Wouldn't you have thought that the Chiefs repaired that defense and focused only on that defense because that they had the offense, Joe? Wouldn't you have thought?
Oh, I completely agree. And D Ford, I haven't forgotten what you did, buddy. You jumped off sides, man. You screwed them. Screwed them!
With no butter.
No butter.
Ouch. Yeah, that was a bad move. But at the same time, there were other things in there with a hand to the face where you tried to give Brady a tissue.
That was, yep.
Right, Joe?
I agree. That was a bad call.
Silliness. Silliness is
and
what that was.
I didn't really agree with the call, but so.
It is what it is. I didn't agree with the damn call either. All right, guys. There's all your games and the rundowns. I didn't tell you who I was. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm going the Chiefs on that one. Joe's going with that. That wraps up that segment. Before we do anything, And what we still have is we've got a little bit of time left in the show with 11 minutes left in the show. Guys, what I want to do at this time, because I know some of you are still trying to get your picks in, we want to go back and get you some picks that you're going to be able to do something with, okay? Some picks that you're going to be able to do something with. Prior to doing that, okay, what I want to do is I am going to go directly to this right now, guys. Okay, so, guys, I'm calling a timeout. With this timeout, what I need to do, guys, I need to go into a conversation here. In this conversation that I want to go into, okay, I need to talk about something here with my timeout. Okay? The reason why I want to talk about this, guys, is because I never had talked about this, and I never would talk about this. But I am talking about it now because now it's a football conversation. I wasn't going to talk about something that wasn't football conversation, okay? But now it's football conversation. And because it's football conversation, I am going to talk about it. And what I'm going to talk about, guys, I'm going to talk about babies. Okay? I'm going to talk about babies, brats, okay? Babies and brats. So when you start getting me to talk about a baby, okay, I start thinking about a lot of stuff when I think about this stuff, guys. First and foremost, when I start thinking about babies, Joe, can you imagine who I might be talking about?
I think his name starts with a C.
It does.
And it ends with a Nick.
It does. I am, guys, talking about the one and only Kaepernick. And the reason why I'm talking about Kaepernick, I know what you're thinking. It's old news. It's old news. Why are you talking? No, I don't ever talk about Kaepernick, who needs to keep the fro under control. Okay? I mean, give me a break, dude. I thought you had a little skinny pinhead before, but now it looks like it's this big because you got the fro out of control, dude. Whoever told you that looks cool? Joe, you know personally what I think he's doing? He'd never even... When he tries to say he's sticking up for injustices and stuff like that, I think he caught crap. And I know this for a fact because I've heard it before. But he just wants to be able to seem that he's more hip-hop or more black. Because he actually, I would never have guessed him to be black. And I don't refer most of the time to people of color as their color. They don't, I just don't. I'm not sitting there referring to people as their color. I just do it by name, whoever they are. I don't refer to someone as color, and I don't know why people do that, but I do know for a fact that I would have never, if you want to do the color, thought he was black. Okay?
Yeah,
a guy of color. To me, he's white. I look at you, if you want me to refer to you as a color, Colin Kaepernick, then I would refer to you as a white guy when I see you. Okay? So I think you're trying to make up for it with this huge hair. Look, see? I told you. Look at my hair. And I'm not saying that if you're a white guy, you can't have hair like that. I've never seen a white guy with hair like that before. But, Joe, I know I'm going way off here.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. It seems like he wants to be more of a cultural icon than NFL player. It seems like he wants to be the next Malcolm X or the next MLK, stand up for, black rights or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
And if he's doing that, you did it the wrong damn way.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you why you did it the wrong way. First of all, if you haven't learned a lesson, if anybody hasn't learned a lesson, they want to go ahead and stick up for him. Yeah, bring him back. He was on the bench when all this happened, guys. He was on the bench. He was on the bench prior to taking the knee because he wasn't playing good enough to be the starting quarterback for his team at that time.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. He was on the bench, okay? He was dwindling away. He weighed like about 165, 70 pounds, okay? He looked like a ballet dancer. He didn't look like a football player. Nothing against ballet dancers or football players that do ballet. Joe, I mean, am I going way out of line here?
No, I agree. And, he wanted to be like a cultural icon, and he's not even close. Not even close to MLK or Malcolm X. He's not even close to those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Martin Luther King would never have disrespected and kneeled at the flag. I hate to bust that to you. But any of you who think this is great and he did this and this is great are losing the purpose and the thought of exactly what I will tell you, and I won't go there again because I absolutely barred any conversation of Kaepernick on this show for the reason of his disrespect that I don't appreciate. And for the number one reason, but now that it's a football conversation and he had a football tryout, he made it to my show. Okay? At a high school, coordinated, I don't care what you can do throwing a ball. I'll show you a guy I went to high school with pass the ball too. I could give a crap what you're doing. Let me throw 5 guys on a defensive line coming after your ass if you want to do a football workout. Let me put 5 guys, 250 to 280 pounds, running after your ass, and then you make the pass. Let's do that. That's my football workout for you. You want to know what it's like to be a quarterback in the NFL, okay? Here's my beef, and this is it. Anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, right up here in the corner of the thing is Colin Kaepernick, right there, okay? The guy got paid by the NFL, agreements, $1 to $10 million, they won't tell you, because he thought he was shafted because he took a knee. Dude, people stopped watching football, okay? People stopped watching football. People stopped going to games. People were embarrassed by you and to be associated with the NFL with a player that was doing that. Here's why. I think you're a loser with the capital L. Because myself and many other, injustice to anybody is injustice to anybody. You have my support. And justice for all is something I remember. The pursuit of happiness, okay? The pursuit of happiness. You got to pursue that. And justice for all. Behind you 100%. Do not you dare think you came to the NFL because you were into politics and you were a politician. Don't you dare. Baseball, football, basketball, you name it. I go on and on and on. Is a game. It's a sport. It saved the American people through their pastimes, through many world wars we went to and anything else as an escape from reality. They don't post your bills while your debt, your IRS collections. They don't post your debt, your divorce papers. They don't do that. They don't put your boss on the football screen and say, hey, Bill, don't forget I need that due on my desk on Monday. They don't put that on the football game. This is your escape from reality. It's your escape from all the BS news coming at you. You can't escape from it. It's on everything you're at. This is an escape from politics. This is an escape. If you want politics, I'll tell you what, Colin, go on CNN, go on Fox, go on whatever you want on your free time. But don't you dare invade my space on a sports game and bring your BS on a sports game and then spit in the face of the people for the flag. If you don't know your history, anytime there's a war or anything, think about what it was to take that hill and put that flag up on top of it, okay? It is the definition of every country has a flag that they fly and take pride in, okay? But don't you dare disrespect it in that manner. But even more important than that, don't you dare come on our pastime, our escape from our work week, our escape from our onslaught of politics that's all half BS anyway, everything like that, and bring it to the football field, which is a game on Escape from Reality. If I want to watch you, Colin, on your free time, see how many followers you have then. Start a group page. Start a watch party on your free time. But don't you dare bring it to our Escape from Reality watching a game. Joe, am I out of line here?
You definitely hit all the points, man. I agree.
And with that being said, guys, that's the last time you'll hear about it unless Colin is on the field, okay? On the field making a football play. Best of luck to you, Colin. I hope you learned your lesson. But what I still see, I'll tell you what I see. You know what I still see, Joe? I see the same thing. I see a freaking baby. You know why I see that, Joe? He had a scheduled workout with the NFL at a certain location.
Yep.
He changed that workout 60 minutes away, where teams didn't have a time. Teams were pissed off.
Yep.
They had more than one personnel there. They're setting up for this. This is what they're doing. They're spending money to get there to be there, okay? A change of plans for people to be there 45 minutes before this goes off. There's a location change 60 minutes away. Teams are pissed off, Joe, and there you go right there. You can't even be functional in your workout that's coming. It shows you're still going to be a dysfunctional player in this league. I'm telling you right now, Joe, red flag should be flying high.
I completely agree, and it shows me that he really doesn't want to be in the NFL.
Joe, look over your shoulder. Look over your shoulder. That's freaking Colin Kaepernick right there.
Yeah.
Right there on the screen behind you.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
That's Colin Kaepernick right there. You proved it again, Colin. You're the same cat. You're the same guy right there. That being said, guys, that's it. Colin, best of luck to you. All right, we got baby wipes over there in the corner for you, okay? Wipe your ass off and your mouth while you're at it, okay? And cut your damn hair. Looks like your head's this big, okay? I'd never seen a white guy with hair like that before in my life, ever. There you go with that one. The next time, Joe, we talk about Colin on this show would be from a football play. You agree with me on that?
I agree, yeah.
All right, then there it is. The next time we talk about a football play, it'll be Colin will be in the conversation if it's a football play. Other than that, we don't want anything to do with that. This is about football, and that's what it's about. Joe, your final thoughts before we close. And you know what? Hang on a second. I'm not ending the show on him. Okay? Let's just go ahead and reset our mind. Let me do this. The funk music was for Colin and his hair. Okay? That funk music was for Colin, strictly. And his funky 1970s fro that he's been trying to grow out. Let's get back to our other stuff here that I like to play. All right, Joe, let's finish this off answering a couple of final questions for some of our fans that have hung out with us this long and show them the appreciation going back to them with this. Here we go, Joe. Finish this off from Joseph. Any ideas how I can watch the game? Got Hulu in Knoxville, Tennessee. I got Cowboy and the Lions. Joe, you got any ideas for them?
Yeah, man. There's actually streaming. I would stream. It's called Vipro, VIPROW.net, and you could watch any of the games on that live stream website.
Nick Sifkus, and I hope I said that right. Nick, Sanu or James White?
That's a good question. I would go James White because running backs get more volume.
There you go. Running backs do get more volume. From Chris Kosmak, full PPR, OJ, Fant, Doyle, or Rudolph?
That's also a good question. Personally, I would either go OJ or Rudolph. If I had to pick one, I'd go Rudolph.
From Jason. Jason wants to know, and I'm not sure if I answered this one or not. Non-PPR, it needs two. C. Samuel, T. Boyd, Chark, DJ, or David Montgomery.
Yeah, I think we hit this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Chark and Boyd.
Chark and Boyd. There you go. Guys, you got a last second thing to pop in here with. what I'm going to do is what I'm looking to do, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. I want to go ahead and throw out the DraftKings on you guys, and I'm not sure that I got a chance to do that right now. So let's see here real quick, guys, if I can get the DraftKings at you, because I think that that's important for us to do. Boom, boom. Stick with me. Guys, any last questions, pop them up. You got just a couple minutes left before you actually can get to your questions on here, so make sure that you go ahead and get your questions on. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Nope, not gonna happen. All right, where is it? Boom, not there. Boom. Okay, not gonna get you guys the DraftKings. What I will let you know, though, I can go ahead and let you know real quick, guys, what I did with a DraftKings lineup, because I want you guys to be able to know you still got time, obviously, to do the DraftKings. And with that being said, lineups here, guys, I want you guys to see what I did. Here's what I did with my DraftKings lineup. Guys, agree or disagree, I was a little bit aggressive on this, and so some of you may totally 100% disagree with this. Quarterback, I went Derek Carr. It's Cincinnati at Oakland. So with that Cincy, I'm thinking that Derek Carr is going to have a good game against Cincy. I went Derek Carr as my quarterback. A running back, where you have Kansas City at the Chargers, okay? That Kansas City defense, I don't think that they're going to be able to hang with them. And I took Austin Eckler as my running back because of the fact that I think that they're going to utilize Eckler as a receiver as well as a back. So I think Eckler's going to get a lot of touches. I think he's going to do me good in fantasy. Another running back I took was Delvin Cook. He's going against that Denver defense, and you might think, hey, the Denver defense, Delvin Cook. No, Delvin Cook will get yards. Yes, the Denver defense can get after a quarterback at times. They haven't been that as great at stopping the run. Joe, you with me on that with Delvin Cook?
I completely agree.
Okay, so wide receiver, I got Michael Thomas at Tampa Bay. Now, Joe, you know why I took Thomas.
Oh, yeah. Bucs secondary is terrible. Michael Thomas is going to have a big game.
Jacksonville's at Indiana. I took DJ Chark Jr. also as a wide receiver. And my final receiver to finish this off, I went with an Oakland receiver facing that Cincinnati secondary.
Yeah.
And I took Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
So I got, I'm looking right there for Derek Carr to get that ball to Hunter Renfrow. And that was my last receiver that I picked. What do you think about that one, Joe?
I like it.
Joe, check it out as a tight end. What I did, I said this on the show many times, Joe. My tight end, O.J. Howard today, Joe.
Look, he scored a touchdown last week. I think he's going to have similar production.
And then I also, in the flex position, I took another tight end in the flex position with Eric Ebron. Now, I know what people are thinking. Why'd you take a tight end in that? Because I was running out of money, I said, okay? I was running out of money, and I needed to do that. So I took Ebron. Now, what do you think about that?
He scores red zone touchdowns.
He does.
So I like it.
And then I took the Texans for a defense, Joe. I took the Texans against Baltimore. I told you earlier in the show, Joe, that with the Texans having the bye week, okay, that I have figured that bye week was spent on how to make Lamar Jackson beat you with his arm. So, Joe, I took the Texans as my defense.
I mean, it could go well if they don't let Lamar Jackson beat him with his feet.
So, I mean, there you go, guys. There's my lineup, and I played that played that twice. Got another one, too. I'm not going to show you, but I wanted to show you guys that one right there because I like that lineup. I mean, I really do like that lineup. I think that lineup's going to actually do me some justice. So, anyway, before we go, Joe, I'm going to hit you with a couple comments, okay? You ready for this, Joe? Lindsay Hesse. He wants to know if he wants to go with Evans or D.D. Cook.
Oh, man. Definitely Mike Evans. Marshawn Lattimore is not playing. Mike Evans is going to have a big game.
He also has another question, Lindsay, and I'm saying he, Lindsay, as we know, could be a guy or a girl, right? Last name Lindsay, I'm thinking in the NFL, so this is probably a girl. Lindsay. Welcome to the show, Lindsay. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, and I will promise to get your stuff right next time. John Brown or McLaurin?
That's a good question. I'm not going to lie. That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Man. Is it standard or PPR? If it's standard, I'd go John Brown. If it's PPR, I'd go McLaurin.
Well, there you go. Lindsay, standard or PPR. There you go. Jeff Stack. Jeff, what's up? I hope you have liked the show. Sanders or Austin Eckler? I'm taking Eckler. Joe?
I'm taking Eckler too, but Sanders is a good pick because Sanders has a really good matchup.
Lindsay's back here. Lindsay, thanks for the show and your enthusiasm. I appreciate that. Singletary or Gurley?
Man, these are good questions. Yeah, Gurley's been splitting carries, and I don't really trust Gurley, so I would go Singletary.
All right. There you go. Guys, we appreciate your enthusiasm. Hang on a second here. From Tyson Davis, trying again. All right, Tyson. Try, and you shall succeed, my friend. Tyson Davis, trying again. Were you trying to actually like our page or follow us? I'm curious about that. Because if you did that, you wouldn't have had to try again because I would have had you right on my direct feed. So, Tyson, you do me that right now. Do me a solid. Try again to like this page. Follow us. We're here for you. You be there for us and share it with your friends. Everybody share this. Do your due diligence. It's the only way any show like this can stay alive. Guys, we put a lot into this, so we appreciate you giving it back with the simple thing of a click of a button. We're doing a whole hell of a lot more than clicking a damn button here, I said. Anyway, back to you. Tyson, thanks for coming on to the show. Tyson Davis, trying again, he says. Would you pick McLaurin in for either Galladay or Chark?
No, man. I mean, you have to remember, it's the Redskins. So I would take Galladay or Chark over McLaurin.
You heard it right there. Right there. Now you do your part and try again, pal. Just messing with you, man. I do appreciate your enthusiasm. All right. And Tyson, guess what? You're going to get the last comment of the show, buddy. So take that. All right. Guys, I appreciate you being here once again with us on another Sunday. We are doing this show, the football show, where we feature draft picks, we feature DraftKings, we talk football news and the current games happening. Next show and every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Guys, if you do not know this, I'm going to go ahead and let you know this right now. We also have a new basketball show that comes on every Thursday at 8:45 p.m. Guys, make sure you catch the basketball show. Every Thursday, guys, this show. Every Thursday. Joe, I know you like that basketball show, Joe.
Oh, man, I love that show. I love that promo, too.
It is. It's a great promo, a great basketball show. So, guys, remember this. Every Thursday, okay? Every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. is our football show, followed by the 8:45 p.m. NBA brand new show. So check that out. And then again, of course, every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. is our football show. Appreciate everybody. We appreciate your enthusiasm. We appreciate you engaging with the show. We would even appreciate it more. You see there's a link that's been put into the field there. Register and become a VIP member, and you can call the show anytime you want. Call the show. And there's a bunch of other things that go with that. Thank you to producer Dave. And everybody, make sure you get your appetizers out. Joe, your final words before we go enjoy this Sunday football.
Final words, man. I think Lamar Jackson against Deshaun Watson is the game to watch, as well with Brady and the Eagles. So, but I'm going to say Lamar Jackson, he's going to take it, man.
You guys heard it right there. My final thoughts, guys, go get yourself some nachos. Take those nachos, put them on a cookie sheet, stick a jalapeno right on the center of that nacho, cover it up with shredded cheese, put it in there on bake in the oven for 10 minutes, and my goodness, you got it right there. Nachos and jalapenos, they're hot. They're hot. You give me your appetizer ideas on the next show. Guys, enjoy your Sunday football from John and Joe at Sports Static. Thank you, Sports Static fanatics. We'll see you Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Peace out, everybody. We will see you soon.